Here we go. So we're back in Broken Sword 2. The story so far. We were well, I guess what happened last time, I suppose we'll dive into that. We were on the docks, trying to search for Nico, who had been kidnapped. We sent a dog to swim for a while. 20, another good dog. Gave that dog some treats as well. And then, yeah, made our way into a warehouse where we knocked a guy over with some barrels. And yeah, eventually escaped, found Nico, and now we're en route to, actually, I think we've just arrived, in fact, to Mexico, where we are looking for, looking for this archaeologist guy. We're kind of just backtracking through here. So here we go. Let's restore. And here we are. We literally just got off the boat. So it was kind of a nice little chapter here. And here we go. Okay, so what do we have going on? I think Nico is floating around. She might have also dipped out. I don't really know. Looks like we've got a scroller here. And the scroll on either side. Okay, so nothing... we do have an exit, so I guess maybe we can go back to Paris perhaps later on. I don't know. What else do we have here? Man. Another man. A woman. Yeah, so it looks like we've got 4 people we can talk to. The hut and the guard. Okay, we've got a goat. Uh-oh. Goats and broken sword typically don't go well together, but that is the way it is. I've got a poster. Stairs. Okay, so we've got some sort of upper floor room here. You go. All right, Bonnie has now gone to bed. Okay, so we have an upper floor here, an additional man. Ooh, a whole band. Okay. It looks like we can go further to the side here. Let's just get a lay of the land before we start diving into some conversations here, because I want to make sure we know what is going on here. Is this the edge? Okay, so this is the edge. Ooh, tunes. All right. Like... Okay. I enjoy the way that this game has like a foreground background kind of situation. I think it's nice. Okay, so there's our band jamming out, I guess. Earl, okay. Policia. All right, so police station's another.
George Stobart, well of all the...
Mrs. Henderson. Boy, this is some coincidence, huh?
When you've been married to a fruitcake like Dwayne as long as I have, you stop believing in coincidence.
I'd met Pearl and Dwayne on the other side of the globe in Syria. He was an Army veteran who suspected he was working for the CIA, but wasn't sure. She was less obviously deranged.
Amazing. I was wondering if we would run into somebody familiar again. These guys were interesting. For whatever reason, when we were in Marib last time and we were kind of dealing with the 2 of them, I was like, I had this very like big tinfoil hat theory, where I was kind of like, these guys are in on it somehow. They're part of the new Templars or something. I would just like thought that they were just bad guys somehow, because the guy was so crazy that I was like, something weird is going on with the 2 of them. And no, they just turn out to be just regular old goofy tourists. Very nice to see him again. Look at these portraits down here. Look at this. Look at Dwayne.
Is Dwayne here with you, Mrs. Henderson?
Why, sure, I couldn't leave him home alone. Since Dwayne came back from the war, we couldn't bear to be apart.
So, where is he now?
We ain't speaking.
Oh, okay. Trouble in paradise.
Why aren't you speaking to Dwayne?
Because he's an old spoil sport sourpuss. I want to visit one of those old pyramid places, but Dwayne says he has to stay in town.
Right. And you don't want to go on your own.
Well, there's no point in going to the pyramid if there's no one around to take my picture.
Okay.
Is Dwayne still working for the CIA?
If he is, he doesn't know it. He's what they call a snoozer.
Don't you mean a sleeper?
No, this is different. He used to think he worked for them, but the psychotherapy cured him of that. What he doesn't realize is that now he really does work for them. At least that's the way I understood it.
See what I mean? Like, what is that? So what is going on there? Oh, also, I forgot. We need to dole out the credit early stuff. We did hit credit early today 3 times over. GG's to the believers. Oh, it's Nico. Alright. Let's keep it going here. I didn't realize that this just went right into a conversation, but I do not mind talking to these folks.
What brings you to Quaramonte, Pearl?
What takes me just about anywhere is the market.
You drove 2,000 miles to go shopping?
Shopping is my role in the economy of the great design, George.
What do you make of this stone, Pearl?
Oh, that's pretty. What's that thing supposed to be, a rabbit?
I believe it's a coyote.
Well, it sure is cute.
I was surprised she didn't ask me where she could buy one.
Good old coyote.
What does this mean to you, Pearl?
What cute little feathers. Why, if you had 2 of those, they'd sure make nice earrings.
This isn't intended for frivolous personal adornment, Pearl. It's a dart, tipped with a fast-acting, muscle-numbing poison.
Pardon me, I stand corrected, honey.
Sometimes I got the feeling that communication with Pearl was like sending signals out into space. Maybe, if you waited long enough, you'd get an intelligent answer back. But it was a long shot.
I mean, for one, classic George, just overreaction to something. But in Pearl's defense, if you just say, hey, what do you think of this random thing that I have? I'm going to give you no context on what I'm showing you. Just what was the first thing that comes into your head? And then she honestly answers the question, and you're like, no, idiot, it's a poison dart. Like, can you blame her? She was just, like, doing a gut reaction. You set her up to fail. I don't know. Classic George. Classic George. You love to see it.
What do you make of this statue, Pearl?
Hoo-wee, that's a spitting image of Dwayne's brother Sheridan. A little less body hair, maybe, but it's him all right.
Right?
Look at this, Pearl. A tequila worm.
Don't you bring that thing anywhere near me, honey. I swear I'll scream like a hog on a hog plate.
Take a look at this news cutting, Pearl.
You'll have to read it to me, George. I left my specs in a gay bar in Santa Barbara.
Well, it's about an eclipse of the sun, which is due to occur in a few weeks' time.
You'd think the government would warn us about these kind of things.
It's not dangerous or anything. Apparently, the best place to view the eclipse is right here in Quaramonte.
Oh, my.
She didn't appear to be the slightest bit interested.
That one's on Pearl.
Catch you later, Pearl.
Okay, so we've got a police station. We do have more to look at over here, so let's just finish our scope out here. I'm loving the little tunes here. We got a truck. Oh, it's Dwayne. Okay, I guess we should talk to Dwayne. Hey,
It was
Dwayne.
Pearl's husband, Dwayne. Hey, Mr. Anderson. Good to see you again.
Do I know you, son?
George Stobart, remember? In Syria? I sold you a statue.
I remember that. Pearl was mighty vexed when the paint came off.
Look, I'm sorry. I'll give you back the $50.
No, you suckered me fair and square.
That's a nice way of handling that, I guess.
Are you still working for... you know who?
You know I can't talk about my work, George. That's between me and Uncle Sam.
Does the name Karzak mean anything to you?
Sounds like a comic book villain to me, son.
He's the man behind Condor. and the rat who kidnapped Nico.
You know, the first time I met you, I was deeply impressed with your naive simplicity. I said to Pearl, if we ever had kids, I would have wanted a boy like George. But I underestimated you, son.
I spoke to Pearl earlier.
Yeah? Did she mention that we had a kind of falling out?
Yes, she did.
She'll get over it.
Did you drive all the way down here?
Hell no. Pearl did the driving while I followed the maps. The way she handled the wheel, you'd think she'd been trucking half her life.
Why did you bring a huge truck like that?
George, I'm on a top-secret classified mission for Uncle Sam.
Oh.
This truck is a rolling bomb. 400 pounds of nitrate fertilizer with a plastique initiator. They'll hear the bang in China. Gee, I'm really looking forward to this.
Okay. What?
Would you like a biscuit, Dwayne?
Yes.
Oh no, those gourmet dog snacks bring me out in a rash.
You've tried them?
They were on special offer. Pearl bought a whole crate. When I asked her if she was thinking of keeping a dog too, she just laughed.
Would you like to borrow my lucky piece of coal, Dwayne?
What's so lucky about it?
Well, we made it to Quaramonte in one piece.
When you've been here a few days, you won't look on that as luck.
Oh. Okay. Shots fired.
Do you know anything about a shipping company called Condor Transglobal?
Sure I do. You have to get up pretty early to catch Dwayne with his pants down.
What? You beat me to it?
Condor Transglobal is all wound up. Seems like my investigations scared them off.
Is he actually working for the CIA? What?
What do you think of these panties, Dwayne?
Lord, hot stuff, George. You buy those for your girl?
No, a guy we knew in Paris bought them for her.
Oh, you're a threesome then. Why are you looking at me like that, George?
Forget it.
Right. What an interesting development here. Okay.
Stealing trucks wasn't my style. It was Dwayne's truck, packed with high explosive, according to that amiable old paranoid. Reminded me of the time I was in Syria. But that's another story.
Truly is. All right, so we have another man.
He was a
over
friendly-looking guy.
here. Anything else hiding around? Can we walk back here? Can we double back, perhaps? I guess maybe we'll talk to the man here
He was a
first.
friendly look. Hi, I'm George Stobart.
Hello, I'm going to give you my full name.
Can you tell me anything about this stone?
That's obsidian. It's a volcanic rock which has cooled so fast that...
Yeah. Look, I'm not interested in geology.
I did
You're
ask
not.
about a rock.
I suppose you want to know about the carved picture on it.
That's right.
Then the guy you should talk to is the professor. He was here a while ago.
This guy's been recorded in underwater or something.
Do you know what this statue represents?
Should do. I used to carve things like that to sell to tourists. But it scared people around here, so I stopped.
Do you recognize the design on this label?
Why, sure. That's the Condor Transglobal Shipping Company logo.
Do they have an office in Quaramonte?
No, but they ship out from here.
That's what I thought. Have you heard about the eclipse of the sun?
Sure, I'm having a party to celebrate it. Drop by.
Really?
Sure. Plenty of food, plenty of wine, and everyone's invited, except the general.
Oh, the general. So this guy is the friendliest guy.
What do you think of these panties?
Awesome. You wear them?
No, someone sent them to my girlfriend.
Thoughtful.
Yeah, what is the story with the panties? That's very funny. All right. What a crew here. This is an interest. So does this? I'm assuming this loops back, yeah. So we'll head into these secondary locations at some point. We can talk to Nico. Looks like as well. Anything new?
Labano tells me he's been seeing a lot of you.
We meet sometimes for lunch, a drink. After gone back to the States, I was pretty lonely, you know.
Lonely? You must have been desperate. Couldn't you just visit the zoo or something?
Go to the zoo. Hey, Jurassic Park. Thanks. Yeah, no worries. Totally understandable. Definitely don't want to spoil it. I feel you. All I'll say is it's very good. Enjoying it very much so far. When you get to it, I think you'll have a treat.
Would you like a biscuit?
Gourmet
Speaking of a treat.
dog? Have you been eating those things, George?
Sure, they're great. Guess what this is? Go on, guess.
It's wrought iron, probably from a chimney stack on an old stove.
Well, I suppose it could be. How did she know that?
My grandfather used to work in a foundry.
There you go.
Take a look at this, Nico.
That's disgusting, George. Why are you carrying it around with you?
I don't know. I just can't seem to part with it.
The worm has to be worse than the tissue, right? It has to be. Has to be. Stasis. Oh, cool. I don't know stasis.
Take a look at this.
An eclipse of the sun. Why the sudden interest in astronomy?
I found the cutting in Ubier's house.
Apparently, it's only visible from Central America.
It sounds different, right, Rynan? Sounds like a different voice actor. I noticed that on the last stream as well.
Take a look at this.
Mon Dieu! Where did you get that kind of money?
It's not mine. I found that statement at Ubier's house.
Ubier. It's a fun name to say. Ubier. Scuba.
Do you have any theories about this stone?
I think that design represents a dog, a Mexican dog.
So, this is the sacred Chihuahua stone? Sheesh.
George. Okay. Let's begin. Let's begin working our way to the left, I suppose.
Hey, cheer up, guys. What's with the long faces?
Our pipe player has been arrested and thrown in jail.
Oh no.
Poor Miguel. He never broke the law in his life.
Why was Miguel put in jail?
For playing folk music.
What?
It's true, senor. He insisted on playing traditional Cuaramonte music, even though it's illegal.
Ah, I see.
Why don't you try playing a tune to cheer yourselves up?
No, we should be looking for real jobs.
We could earn 10 times as much down the mines. My cousin Ramirez was earning 8 pesos an hour.
Before he lost his legs in the accident.
Oh. Thanks. Okay. This is we're having some reality checks here. OBA Kenobi. That's awesome. You're my only hope.
Tell me about the accident at the mine.
There was an explosion at Teoculcan. 30 miners were buried alive.
Oh no.
They got some of them out though.
2 of them, including your cousin, and they left half of him behind.
So no wonder they're not playing music, huh?
Would either of you guys care for a biscuit?
A dog biscuit, senor?
Are you trying to insult us?
Yeah, that's what
No,
it seems
really.
like.
They're good.
We'll take your word for it.
Can you imagine going up to somebody who's like, my brother is like lost his legs in a horrible mining accident? And you have some guy like George come up with his sunglasses on. He's like, hey, why are you guys so sad? Why don't you just play some music? Oh, our best friend got thrown into jail. Oh, well, here's a dog biscuit to try to cheer you up. Read the room, George.
Have you any idea what this is?
No, senor.
Me neither.
This is the reason why I like George, though. Is people have asked me a few times, like, what's your take on George? The thing is, he always means well. He's always like me. Well, generally, unless he has that little buzzer in his hand, then it wasn't so nice. But he just is oblivious, and I don't know. I think that's okay. I don't know.
Have you seen anything like...
I, the hungry chief.
Oh, here we go.
Why are you carrying that thing around with you, senor? Don't you know who it is?
No. Do tell me.
It is Tezcatlipoca, god of death and blood.
Okay, that's the most info we've gotten out of that.
What do you make of this little worm?
No good. It's dead.
Sure it's dead. You think I'd carry it around in my pocket if it wasn't?
Why is he carrying it around in your pocket? Period. Oh, every broken sword has a different VA. Oh, I wonder why that is. Interesting.
Take a look at the design on this label.
I have seen that before.
Where?
There was a ship flying a flag just like that.
When did you see this ship?
3 months ago. It was here, at the docks.
Okay, we'll get more.
What was the ship with the Condor flag carrying?
I don't know, senor. We weren't allowed near the docks.
That's right. Usually we meet the ships when they tie up.
We play to the tourists.
Well, when the Condor ship came in, we were told to go away.
Oh, okay.
Do you guys know anything about a total eclipse?
What is it?
It's like when the sun is hidden by the moon.
It's crazy.
My cousin Alfredo swears he saw it happen once. But that was after he stupidly consumed a cocktail of peyote and antibiotics.
Okay, yeah, that would be an experience. All right, let's check on the goat here. Bring in the goat. The goat music coming in here.
Now, I like most animals, but experience had made me wary of goats,
Yeah, I
and
feel
cats, and dogs.
Oh, everybody. All right. Nothing explicitly says goat to me. I guess I can give you a treat. Do you want a treat? No? Okay. Poster?
It looked to me like an early portrait of Orson Welles.
Okay.
In Quaramonte, defacing a poster was probably a capital offense.
Believe it or not, jail. All right, so we'll go up the stairs after I kind of get to the bottom of everybody down here.
Do you have crabs?
Whoa!
No, only fish.
George, very forward question there.
Nice fish.
Thanks.
If by some remote chance I ever need a fish, I'll be back. Do you recognize this statue?
Si, senor. It is very, very bad luck. That is Tezcatlipoca, Night Hunter.
I know, but I don't believe in luck, good or bad.
You may not now, but you will.
The guy looked scared out of his wits.
Okay.
Go away.
Good talk. Good talk. All right. I have a feeling that
Those things are gourds, aren't they?
See,
Hey, mind the footwear, lady. Do you have to spit like that?
see. You think I want to swallow that crap?
What I mean is, it can't be doing your business any good. I'm sure you'd sell a lot more gourds if you didn't.
Nobody ever complained before.
gourds.
Okay, I can see I'm not getting through.
Can we just keep going here?
I wasn't gonna get anything out of the gourd lady except spit.
All right, that's interesting. Yeah, let's try the man.
Hi.
You wanna buy something?
No, not really.
I got cabbages. Buy a cabbage, senor.
I don't think so. I didn't come all this way to buy vegetables. Have you ever seen anything like this
Let's just
before?
terrify the locals here.
Tezcatlipoca. Put it away, senor. Tezcatlipoca brings nothing but evil.
The poor guy was so freaked, he didn't even mention his cabbages.
My cabbages.
See ya.
Alright, we'll go with this woman down here. Get a crew. Good spread.
Hi. Lovely bread.
¿Qué?
Bread, pan?
Sí, pan.
Maybe I'll come back later when I'm hungry.
Okay. Nothing we can do. I mean, can we show her the thing?
I got as much out of that woman as I was going to.
Alright, fair. And nothing else over here. We obviously have this guy here, but that's our next port of call. Do you have the guard as well? I need to talk to the guard. In the hut. Check the hut. Hola.
Hi there. What have you got for sale?
¿Qué?
I said, what have you got? Oh, never mind. That guy just didn't look like he was gonna help me.
Okay. I guess just people. Just kind of building the world a little bit. Gotta have some folks hanging
Inside
out.
the hut was a chair and a small table.
Okay. Such the guard.
Welcome to Guaramonte.
Thanks. Can we get a cab to the
What a
capital?
voice.
This is the capital, Guaramonte City.
The look around.
When's the next ship out of here?
But senor, don't you like our beautiful country?
Oh yeah, it's like a little piece of paradise right here on Earth.
Then why you wanna leave?
I'm just plain homesick, like it says in the song.
A word of warning, senor. If you feel like bursting into song, bite your tongue.
Huh?
There are official restrictions on music in Guaramonte.
We've had enough. We're going back to the ship.
Okay. You show me your brown card?
Huh? What brown card is that?
The official exit visa.
An exit visa.
How come music is restricted in Guaramonte?
It is part of a great cultural enrichment campaign. Traditional Caramonte music is considered unsuitable for these fast-moving times. Nuestra Señora has decreed that only one category of music is suitable.
What's that?
Easy listening.
I'd be lying to you if I didn't enjoy that little jam that just played right there. Okay. I guess we'll head to the mine office here. This is what it appears to be. We will check
Hey,
the
Nico.
police station shortly. But I guess we'll definitely get a little bit of info here, right? We're bound to. All our callers are busy.
Hola, señora.
Hi. We were wondering.
I was talking to the lady, Chico.
Oh,
Hi, my name is Nicole Collard.
Concha Garcia. How can I help you, sister?
The corporation I represent is considering a major investment in Guaramonte. Your advice, as the head of an obviously successful concern, is precisely what I'm after. My assistant, Mr. Stobart, has a
Oh.
few questions he'd like to ask you.
oh boy.
Have you heard of a man named Karzak?
No? Who is he?
He's the reason we came to Guaramonte. We think he's running a drug ring.
Well, I hope you find him, but I've never heard the name before.
Can you tell me about the accident at the mine?
Yes.
Accident? It was sabotage.
Oh.
Somebody wanted my mine closed down for good.
Oh, okay. The plot thickens.
Do you have any evidence that the mine was sabotaged?
Not yet, but I'll get to the bottom of it. There'd been trouble at that mine for several months. The workforce was getting smaller every day. Someone had started a rumor among the men that the mine was cursed. Now the entire operation has been closed down.
Okay. Jeez.
Where's the site of the mine?
Several days upriver at a remote area known as Teoculcan.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Would you like a dog biscuit?
Would you like a smack in the mouth, Chico?
He likes those biscuits.
Does this stone mean anything to you?
I think it is a spirit stone carved by a Mayan priest, no? I don't know which of their many gods it represents.
Just saw the panties back here in the back. I'm sure that'll be a treat.
Can you tell me anything about this statue?
It is Tezcatlipoca, the god of death and pestilence. That fetish would be considered by many to be a bad omen.
Okay.
Do you recognize the icon on this label?
Condor Transglobal.
Did the company operate here in Caramonte?
Yes, they ran an old container ship, the Mayan Princess.
Do you know who owned Condor Transglobal?
I have no idea.
You see this? It's my lucky piece of coal.
What's so lucky about it?
I'm not sure yet.
My assistant has some important questions to ask you.
Nice buns.
What is going on right now?
Have you heard about the forthcoming eclipse?
I don't take much interest
What?
in things like that. One of the boys might know about it.
What is that as a gag? What?
Would you be interested in these panties? They look about your size.
Is that your best line, Chico?
I'm serious. They were an unwanted gift.
Put them away before you get overexcited.
I have no idea. I have no idea why that happened. I mean, like, it's just kind of like, I mean, how do you pitch that in the room? Like, okay, what if we had a guy who's just wearing no pants? Like, what about that? Oh, we gotta include that. To be fair, I did laugh. It was interesting. What's up, Mitchell? Yeah. You know, I have not done that, but perhaps, I mean, he looks pretty pleased with himself, so I suppose maybe I'm missing out on something. Okay, okay.
There was nothing else I wanted to talk to Nico about at that time.
Okay, nothing we can ask.
I had nothing else to talk about.
Okay. So we do have options to talk to these folks. Cupboard. Thanks. I guess we have to talk to this person. We have got to get to the bottom of this.
Hi, good afternoon, and welcome to Consolidated Mining. If you are planning to stay in Cuaramonte City, may I recommend the Consolidated Mining Experience,
Ooh.
an interactive hands-on tour of one of our deepest mines, with talking tour guides available in 3 different languages.
A tour of a mine.
Well, this is a mining company. What else did you expect?
So, why does he not have pants on?
Do you know anything about the eclipse that's due soon?
Me? No, senor.
Do you know where I could find Senor Karzak?
No, senor.
All right, that's all we're ever going to get out of that.
You're not wearing any pants.
I feel more alert without them. A kind of perky.
And your boss doesn't mind?
She suggested it.
Let's go. Conchita. Let's go. Wow.
Keep out of there.
That's
where the explosives are stored.
Oh, explosives, huh? A lot of explosives out here, huh? Alright, I guess we'll come back to Conchita in a minute. Talk to secretary number 1 here. Hola, senor. Very busy. What kind of call was that? It lasted 2 seconds.
Are you looking forward to the eclipse of the sun?
Not especially. Are you?
I don't know. I've never seen one. All I know about eclipses is that you shouldn't try to view them with the naked eye.
Please. Go away and let me get on with my work.
Who is this random man?
Ever heard of a guy called Karzak?
Can't you see I'm busy? If I don't finish this stock report, the boss will be mad as hell.
Is anyone wearing pants in here? I'm curious. Maybe this is a thing.
Ever hear of a guy called Karzak?
No, sir.
Did you know there's an eclipse of the sun in a few weeks' time?
Yeah, Joe told me about it. He's having a party and we're all invited.
Joe.
Me and the boys are dressing up as evil monks.
Yeah? Cool.
All right. Good old Joe. Yeah, there is some deep conversation here.
Do you know anything about the eclipse?
Yes, and I'm really looking forward to seeing it. I heard it's going to be pretty spectacular.
It's in a few weeks' time, isn't it?
9 days.
Thanks.
Let's go.
Ever heard of a guy called Karzak?
Karzak.
No.
All right. No Karzak folks in the building at the moment.
I had nothing else to talk about.
Okay, we're gonna talk about the no pants guy.
There was nothing else I wanted to talk to Nico about at that time.
Okay. Well, I suppose that means that we've done what we need to do here. We've done the whole thing. So I guess we will leave. Amazing. Okay, well, I have to say I didn't expect that to happen in there, but I'm a fan. Okay, so it's time to check out the police station. Let's just check in with Pearl
I
here.
hear you drove all the way to Quaramonte in a truck.
That's right. You would not believe the state of some of those roads. Makes me downright sad to think there's still some places you can't reach in an automobile. In this day and age, you'd think there'd be decent highways just about anywhere folk choose to go.
Did you know that the truck was full of explosives?
Whatever gave you that idea, as if I couldn't guess?
Your husband. He was exaggerating, wasn't he?
Sometimes I wonder how I'm gonna cope with Dwayne's over-fertile imagination.
Catch you later, Pearl.
I'm just gonna check in with our buddy Dwayne here, see if there's anything new.
Did you know that traditional music is illegal in Caramonte?
Is that so? Seems reasonable to me.
No, really. The leader of the band in the square has been in prison just because of the music he played.
I don't know who you've been talking to, but that fella, Miguel, he's an agitator.
What's the real reason the musician was in prison?
Handed out subversive literature at the mines. That so-called general was waiting for Miguel when he got back into town. Marched him off to jail at gunpoint on a charge of inciting a riot.
Oh, okay. We've tied him in. So that was the guy maybe involved a little bit with the accident. Though his friends were injured in it.
Did you see the ship with the Condor flag?
No.
But the dock is just the other side of the square.
Might as well be the other side of the moon. I can't walk. Lost my legs in the explosion at the mine.
Oh!
Hey,
what's this guy?
I'm sorry.
Speaking of
What
the
can you
guy.
tell me about the mining company?
They treated me pretty fair. I received compensation for the accident.
Okay. I guess that's that.
A dusty truck.
I'm missing over here, right? I think this is all normal. Just gonna... I think this might be faster way to get in here. Part of me wants to pop my head up into the mine area one more time up here. Because we got a little bit more information about, you know, the subversive literature.
I had nothing.
Okay, nothing there.
The door led back outside.
Maybe Conchita would maybe spill the beans here a little bit. But no beans.
Hey, Nico!
Green Nico! Apparently we are on the team's path
as I
here.
have been instructed, Professor.
Oh, it's the professor.
With the mine closed down, there'll be no one around to observe your excavation. Ah, I have visitors.
Just remember what I told you, General.
Oh, it's the general.
There's really no need to make a martyr out of that man.
Okay.
I'm sorry to keep you waiting, Senor. Welcome to Quarmonte.
Thanks. My name's George Stobart from California.
But what is this? An angel come down to earth.
Nicole Collard. Enchanté, mon général.
Pardon me, senorita, but I couldn't help myself.
Look, we'd like to ask you a few questions.
You've come to the right place, senor. Tourist information. General Graciento, at your service.
Big ol' smile. Yeah, George has got the legs out today. Got the legs out today. Yo, look at this. Look at this. Oh my goodness.
Is the tourist office? It says police on the sign outside.
It is both, senor. I am a man of many parts.
I can see that, General.
Sky's out, eyes out. Beautiful. Yeah, that is a perfect emote. It is very unsettling for sure. That is a good way to put it.
Have you heard of a guy called Karzak?
No. No, I never heard of him.
I don't believe him.
I hear there was an accident at the mine a few months ago.
That's correct.
A lot of men killed, weren't there?
A few.
30?
Barely 1% of the working population.
Is it true there's a restriction on music in Quaramonte?
Yes, there is. An emergency measure introduced by Nuestra Senora.
Folk music is a link with the past for some of these people. Take away their musical roots and what do they got left?
Easy listening.
You think easy listening could replace a musical heritage hundreds of years old?
Why not? It happened in your country.
Are there any ruins around the city?
Of course, senor.
Got me again.
Quaramonte has everything.
I have a friend who wants to visit an historical site.
Ronaldo will only be too pleased to conduct a guided tour when he's dealt with today's paperwork, of course.
Today's paperwork.
Who was the guy you were talking to when we arrived?
Professor Ubier, a visitor, senor, like yourselves.
Did you say Ubier?
Si, senor. Professor Ubier, a French archaeologist.
Ubier.
What's Ubier doing in Quaramonte?
Researching our rich and glorious past, senor. The professor is planning an expedition to some Mayan ruins. He came to see me to get an excavation permit.
Okay. Interesting.
We've had enough of Quaramonte and we want out.
Am I stopping you?
The guy at the docks tells me I need an exit visa.
Ask Ronaldo. He'll make the arrangements. That's what he's here for.
Okay. Dog biscuit.
Would you like a biscuit?
Are you trying to bribe me?
Well, every man has his price.
Mine is more than a dog cookie, Senor Stobart.
Have you ever seen anything like this before?
That's a native carving, isn't it? Where did you get it?
We picked it up in the market as a souvenir.
What do you think of these panties?
Be sure to show the panties, yes.
Boy, fabuloso.
They're yours if you'll tell me all you know about Karzak.
I told you. I never heard of the guy. Do I get the panties now? I told you all I know.
You told me nothing.
What is everybody's deal with these things?
Take a look at this label.
Si, senor. Condor Transglobal.
Can you tell me where to find their offices?
No, senor. I never heard of them, and neither did Ronaldo.
The lady at the mining company told us a ship belonging to Condor was here recently.
Conchita Garcia is crazy. If there had been a ship, do you think I wouldn't have noticed?
Don't know.
Are you sure you never heard of Condor?
Oh, yes.
The company is registered here in Quaramonte City.
You are mistaken, senorita.
The musicians out in the square say that a ship flying the Condor flag was birthed here.
They are simple peasants. They will go along with anything you say in the hopes of parting you from your money.
What a nice guy.
Condor is run by Karzak, isn't it?
Wrong again, senor. Karzak has nothing to do with anything called Condor, whoever he is.
Do you keep a record of companies registered in Quaramonte?
Of course, senorita. Unfortunately, all the records were destroyed by a flash flood.
What are the chances?
Do you know anything about the forthcoming eclipse, General?
Such things do not interest me, senor.
I'll be back.
Okay. What an interesting guy, huh?
I decided to leave the television switched on. The television was showing what appeared to be a low-budget soap. A tall man with long blonde hair was shouting at a woman who was naked apart from a towel.
Okay. Riveting stuff. Monitor.
It was a computer monitor with some kind of outdated game displayed on it. I didn't have time to get sidetracked by playing computer games.
Yeah, who does that? Let's take a look at the chart, shall we?
Senor. Leave that chart alone.
It was the map the General hadn't wanted me to see.
Okay, obviously need to consider that. So we've got the exit to the right, which is the way we came in. This looks like it goes back to the jail. I think we should definitely head back there because the guy with the subversive literature is likely in the back out there. We have a filing cabinet. Is there anything else that I may be missing hidden in? Don't think so. We do have papers here. What do we got? Papers. Can I have your papers?
I had no need for junk mail, especially someone else's.
Oh, it's junk mail. Oh, there's a safe back there as
A
well?
couple of special offer letters were strewn across the desk.
Okay. What about the safe?
A safe was tucked under the desk.
Credit early?
The safe was undoubtedly locked.
But what if we brute forced the safe, George? What if I told you there's a 6% chance we could open that?
A filing cabinet stood in the corner. The filing cabinet was probably locked.
But we have the darts. No. Okay, let's talk to Ronaldo.
Hi, I'm George Stobart.
Hello, senor. How can I help you?
Yeah, just go exit back in, right? Ask him about the Swordmaster of Quaramonte. I guess I'll go back out there again.
I'd like to visit your prisoner.
Condemned prisoners aren't allowed visitors.
Condemned?
To death. He is to be executed. Knowing my luck, I will probably have to shoot him myself.
Amnesty International is going to hear about this. I thought Miguel was arrested for playing the wrong kind of music.
Si, senor, he was.
And that carries the death penalty?
No. You think we're crazy? While being questioned, he confessed to being an anti-government agent.
Yeah, it is an interesting angle. Like, oh, they're not here. You know, we have all the records, except for all the records were destroyed in a flash flood. What are the chances of that? Sheesh.
Are there any ancient pyramids near Quaramonte?
Si, senor. But it's not very impressive. It's in ruins.
That's perfect. Would you be willing to give a guided tour of the ruins?
I can't. The General would have a fit if I left all this paperwork.
Let's get it done.
I'm trying to get out of Quaramonte.
If I had $1 for every time I heard that, I'd be able to buy back half my family.
Never mind them. What about my visa?
Never mind that.
We don't take visa.
I didn't ask if you take a visa. I want you to give me a visa.
I can't help you, senor. I don't understand these things.
My half of my family is gone. Oh, let's not talk about your family. I just want to get a visa out of here. Sick George.
Would you like a gourmet dog snack biscuit?
I would love one, senor. But I would have a problem with my teeth.
Toothache?
No, senor. If the General catches me eating on duty, he'll knock them out.
Look at this guy over here just staring at it. Goodness.
Do you recognize this statue?
Tezcatlipoca, the night wind. Take it away, senor. That stone is cursed.
You know anything about this eclipse?
No, senor. El General keeps me in the dark about most things.
Okay, so that was surprisingly
So long.
unhelpful. That was not very helpful, but we can try, perhaps, to go...
I wasn't going to try investigating the passage while the general was sat there.
Do we actually need to send him to go find the Swordmaster? Okay, we do have another option now.
Do you have a map of Quaramonte?
A map? I'm sorry, senor, but I don't.
What about the one on the wall?
Ah, that is an archaeological survey map, senor. Not suitable for tourists.
I'll be back.
Okay, interesting. The plot continues to thicken. I guess we'll head out. I feel like we need to get Pearl involved somehow. Didn't she say that she wanted to go to a ruin? We have the pyramid situation going
Why
on.
did you show him the stone?
I thought maybe he might know something about it.
Well, he does now, for sure. He knows we have it.
That's a good point.
Did you notice that chart on the police station wall?
Yes, it looked like a map to me, but I couldn't make out the details.
Whatever it was, the general didn't want us to see it.
I guess I haven't saved in a while. Hopefully that doesn't end up putting us in a precarious situation.
You came on a little strong with the general.
I was merely flattering his ego, Georges. Every man has his Achilles heel.
Maybe, but that guy's weakness isn't in his foot. That man we saw talking to the general was Oubier. Didn't you recognize him?
I never met him, remember? The guy I called in Paris claimed to be Oubier, but he sounded nothing like the man in the police station. Maybe the professor really is innocent.
Nah, it's too much of a coincidence that he's here in Quaramonte.
It is peculiar, isn't it? General Grin. It is exceptionally uncomfortable, that grin. A number of data points concerning the RNG of the current top 5 rounds of the Secret of Monkey Island leaderboard. Oh. I'm very interested in the findings. Alright. The Grinneral. Oh. Okay, let's talk to Pearl. Let's have a little Q&A with Pearl. Oh, yes.
Have you met the guy who calls himself the General?
No, I haven't. Is he a real general?
I guess so. He wears a lot of medals on his chest. The wrong side of his chest. At least for any army I'd ever seen. Catch you later, Pearl.
Okay. Dwayne, what do you think about this? You are on a government mission. Oh, it's Oubier! Alright. I don't think that this is going to be... Why can't I save here? Game, let me save. Oh wait, it's up here. Trying to do the hockey. Grinnerol. That's funny. Just in case, I don't know what's going on with UBA here.
Professor Ubier?
Yes? Who are you?
My name is Stobart. George Stobart. Does the name Karzak mean anything to you?
Yes, I know him. In fact, if it wasn't for Kazak, I wouldn't be here.
What?
He's financing my expedition.
Oh.
Tell me about your wife, Professor.
Please, I don't want to talk about her.
Oh, oh my goodness.
Maybe you don't, but I do. Why was she known as the Little Dachshund?
It was just a silly pet name I used to call her. Somehow some damned reporter found out.
Could have pressed on the gun situation.
What do you know about my girlfriend's abduction?
I don't know what you're talking about.
She was invited to your mansion in Paris.
Not by me, she wasn't. I haven't been home for nearly 7 months.
Well, it's burnt down now. I regret to inform you.
Have you ever employed a Central American butler or servant?
I've never employed any kind of servant, monsieur.
Oh, it didn't burn down, but there's definitely some damage done. Biscuit?
Would you like a biscuit?
No, thank you.
You should, they're good. I can't get enough of these things.
He's actually eating them. Oh, good on you, George. I thought that was just a running gag, but no, he's actually eating the biscuits. That's lovely. Oh, this is probably
Can you
bad,
tell
right?
me anything about this stone?
Where did you get that?
That's my business.
How much do you want for it?
It's not for sale. Can you identify this statue, Professor?
Oh, yes. Tezcatlipoca, the Lord of Darkness.
A Central American god, right?
A supreme deity. Tezcatlipoca means, literally, smoking mirror.
Oh,
There.
it's the name.
You see the mirror shield in his left hand? The Mayans believed he could look into the mirror and see into the hearts of men. He was the wind which came howling in the night in search of victims, and victims they gave him by the thousand.
Human sacrifices?
Men, women, children, animals, anything that bled. The steps of his temple ran red with the blood of sacrifices. The Mayans have a legend that says he'll return one day. I hope I'm not around to see it.
Well, that took a turn. I love like the little stings of music that happen, because sometimes they're like really well placed and does like fit the mood, but sometimes they're like just come out of the blue. That one was a good one, but there's some funny ones.
Do you see this label?
Very entertaining.
Yes. It refers to a company named Condor. What of it?
I traced that company here to Quaramonte. Do you know where I can find the offices of Condor Transglobal?
The company no longer exists. They went bankrupt recently.
Oh. Okay, didn't expect that. Yo, Lemming. George is a fashion icon. And this is a look. This is quite a fit that we're working on here. With the glasses as well, I'm here for it.
I have proof that you are directly involved with Condor.
I used them as shippers to transport artifacts to a gallery in Paris. Beyond that, I have no connection with the company, which, as I said, no longer exists.
Checkmate.
Do you know anything about this eclipse, Professor?
Of course. It's not the reason I'm here in Quaramonte, but I'm looking forward to seeing it all the same.
Ooh. All right, Cat Brown, enjoy. That sounds pretty cool.
What's your interest in the eclipse, Professor?
Oh, it's purely a layman's curiosity. History is my subject, not astronomy. But I've been fascinated by the movements of the heavenly bodies since I was a child. I wouldn't miss a total eclipse for the world.
Does the eclipse have some special significance for you?
For me? No. For the ancient Mayans, it marked the end of the Fifth Age.
Perhaps we should be celebrating.
Ah, no. The end of each age heralds destruction on a global scale.
Of course it does.
This is the final age. ending in the total destruction of the Earth.
As you do, right? Classic Fifth Age situation happening now.
Take a look at this, Professor. What have you got to say about that?
Where did you get this?
Never mind that. How do you explain these withdrawals?
I left my financial affairs in the hands of my secretary.
Including the withdrawal of funds in cash from your personal account?
I trust Gwyneth implicitly.
And why Marseille? Why the very place my girlfriend was taken?
That's obvious, Stobart. We are both the victims of the same devious plot.
What plot?
I have no idea.
What's the plot? The way George just makes accusations is so great. Like, he just is just like, yeah, I know this is it. And they're like, well, I don't really know what you're talking about. And he's like, well, all right, I'll move on to the... I mentioned these panties before to you. Just a treat. Dwayne, what are you doing with this guy?
Do you think the general was involved with Condor?
Hell no. And if he's a general, I'm a Buddhist. No, that fella's just a mouthpiece for the real power in Quaramonte.
Yeah, the worm, too. The blue light settings for your monitor, right on. Gotta take care of your eyes.
So the general is nothing but a puppet?
He's like Pinocchio before he met the Blue Rinse Fairy. Strictly strings and wood.
Who's pulling the strings?
His mother.
Ooh.
Better known as La Presidenta, the dictator.
The dictator. Okay. We've got a lot of exposition that we just picked up. A lot of story. Big lore episode here.
Why don't you want the general at your party?
Because if he comes, he'll bring those damned music albums from the 70s.
You tell him. That guy's named Joe. Tell him Joe. Yeah, you can share a link, Spade. You're good. Feel free. Deep, 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 deep. We should talk to the band again because I've been trying to get into here, right? I've been trying to get some information.
Tell me about the general.
Yeah, tell me about the
the
general.
guy in charge around here.
We don't want to talk about him, senor.
How come? No one can hear you. Well, only that old goat.
In Quaramonte, we have a saying. Don't tell your old goat what you don't want your wife to know.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
So what you're saying is the goat is Korzak. Let's interrogate the goat. I'm on to you, goat. I am on to you. Conchita.
Do you know Professor Ubier?
Yes. I understand he is about to embark on an archaeological expedition. He hired some equipment from me earlier today.
I overheard him talking to the general. I think they're working together.
What? If I'd known that, I wouldn't have hired out the equipment. Now, why would the general be interested in an archaeologist?
Well, I guess we're never going to know the answer to that question. I have some of your explosives.
Hey!
Oh.
Stay out of that cupboard.
Guess that answers that. All right. Huh. Huh. Just gonna kind of poke around and see if we can get anything else going.
Senora is La Presidenta, right?
Si, senor. The First Lady of Quaramonte.
I guess that's her picture I've seen on the posters, huh?
That's her. Quite a looker, no?
If you like big, middle-aged military women.
Si, senor. I do.
There you go.
So, what has La Presidenta done for this country, apart from emasculating its music?
Take a look around you, senor. The splendid docks, the walk-in shopping mall, but most of all, she has brought prosperity.
Where?
For the first time in the history of Caramonte, we have an export trade.
Okay, I guess this is the poster here then.
In Quaramonte, defacing a poster, the stairs led... It was a portrait of La Presidenta.
Okay. I don't know if there's really much else to talk to you about with these folks.
You change your mind. How many you want? 2?
Well, the cabbages, yes.
None.
Oh.
Come crying to me if you die of scurvy.
He wasn't going to be any help.
Do cabbages help with scurvy? I thought it was like vitamin C that you needed to fight off scurvy. Is there... Am I crazy?
I wasn't going to get anything out of the gourd lady except spit.
Cabbage peddler in joke. That one's for the cabbage folks out there. Classic cabbage farmer joke.
Go away.
Okay, nice to see you as well. That's good.
Hey, Nico!
Hey, Nico! Vitamin C is in lots. I guess it's not surprising, but you know how, like, when I think of, like, fighting scurvy, I think of, like, lemon or lime in rum, right? Like the piratey sort of thing. I guess I never considered cabbage. Let me take a look. Cabbage. This is just a quick Google search per the USDA. Oh, vitamin C, 60% daily value. And vitamin B6. Well, I stand corrected. Crack open the cabbage. Let's go. Holy moly. I feel like a dingus now. But I mean, hey. At least we
I'd
learned
asked him all
something
I
here.
wanted to for now.
I had no idea.
I wasn't going to try...
Can't go in there. Ronaldo? Anything new with you, friend?
I had nothing else I wanted to ask him.
Protein equivalent.
Senor.
Sorry, I forgot.
Okay. So... Lucky coal. Can I interest you in the coal that is lucky?
He would have no interest.
Are you sure? I don't know. We haven't asked him.
I'll be back.
Dart him?
He would have no
I'm not interested in
I'll be
asking him about throwing a dart at his face. Okay, so we kind of need to figure out, I guess, a way to get the general out of here, because if the general is out or distracted in some way, that allows us to look at the map. If we get the map, we can go to the dig.
I had no more to talk to her about.
But I don't necessarily want to completely lock myself into getting the general out of there, because part of that is because I've simply played too much Monkey Island. I feel like I'm just kind of like thinking of the wrong things. Okay, we got a couple of new
Did you
things
find
here.
any evidence of Condor's drug smuggling operations?
Drugs? Hell no. Condor was a cover for the illegal export of Mayan artifacts.
Okay.
So who was behind Condor Transglobal?
It was registered in the name of Edan.
Did you get the guy?
I don't think he ever existed. Edan backwards spells Nady, Spanish for nobody.
Well, they got you, Dwayne.
Is Miguel the reason you're here?
Pretty smart, George. I was supposed to make contact with him. By the time I found him, though, he was in jail. I've been trying to figure out a way to get him out since then.
Sounds good to me. Count me in.
Good man, George. All I need is a detonator.
How come you brought a truckload of explosives but no detonator?
Call me old-fashioned, but I say packing trunks is woman's work. I left the packing to Pearl, and I can't find a darn thing. Just hope she remembered to bring my denture polish. I'd sure hate to arrive back in the States with tar on my teeth.
What is going on with this guy? What is going on
Trucks
with this
wasn't
guy?
my style.
Every time I'm like, oh, I'm in. I get it. Like, he is undercover. There's a little note where he's just kind of like, oh no, he might just be a crazy human being.
I had nothing more.
Okay, we've exhausted quite a lot of conversations here. We're just missing like a step, I think. We're very close.
Do you know where I could buy a detonator?
Did Dwayne put you up to this by any chance? Oh, I get it. This is to detonate the truckload of explosives, right?
That's the
Hey,
one.
come on, I was kidding. Did you think I was serious?
I know what you boys are like when you get together and make plans. Dwayne says he could solve all the world's problems if he had enough missiles.
Catch you later, Pearl.
So what you're saying is you don't know where I can get the detonator. Wait, explosives in the mine. To the stairs. Where are you, George? Where are you going, pal? Got the fastest shopping and credit early. Not surprised by that. Zergu with the sword fighting. That also makes sense. Oh, my catacombs is faster than Leo's. Oh, very good. Oh. Hey, Nico! Hey, Arnold!
Do you have any kind of detonating device in stock?
Sure. They're kept in that cupboard.
I don't suppose you have one spare?
I can't simply give you a device like that, no without a damn good reason.
Well, what if I told you about the map?
The General has a chart in his office, which he was discussing with Ubier.
Perhaps that chart will tell us where they're heading.
Maybe, but I can't get anywhere near it while the General and his sidekick are there.
So, you know, if you could give me the detonator, it'd be really cool. You could do that. Quick little detonator.
Hey!
Please. Please.
Stay out of that cupboard.
I
Conchita.
had nothing.
I just want a little detonator, please. Okay, so we need... we gotta figure out how to do this. It's really weird because I feel like more now than has been in the previous game or up to this point, it's very piecemeal with the conversations, which is interesting. It's forcing me to really walk around.
Could you distract the General while I took a look at that chart?
You're kidding. Did you see the way he was leering at me?
Yeah, you'd make a great snake charmer. Come on, 5 minutes is all I need.
Well, maybe. But it's your harebrained scheme. You do the talking.
George is like, you had me at harebrained. Hey, Nico! She's like, I know. Okay, here we are. I have to do the talking, so let's start with the General.
My girlfriend has a favor she wants to ask you, General.
For you, my dear, anything.
I've changed my mind.
Oh, no, you haven't. She's embarrassed about asking you for an interview, General.
An interview with me? Fabuloso!
Well, I want to write a story about you.
You hear that, Ronaldo? An exclusive glossy spread about your beloved general.
Look at
Si,
that.
Signor General.
Look after things here. I'm going back to my apartment and I don't want to be disturbed.
Oh boy.
I'll
Oh boy.
get you for this, George Stobart.
Don't worry. If you're gone for more than a couple of hours, I'll come and get you.
A couple of hours?
All right, we're in. Poor Nico. Let's have a good look at this.
No, Signor. The General said nobody must see that truck.
What about me?
He won't
then?
know unless you tell him.
You don't know him, Signor. He will worm it out of me as easily as he de-waxes his ear.
Okay. I'd have to get rid of him.
Oh, we gotta. So we've another. There's another layer to this. Oh, Ronaldo, why?
Would you take my friend to the ruins now the general's gone?
I'd be honored, Signor.
Thanks. I'll go get her.
Perfect. Okay. Oh, Pearl. Perfect. Perfect.
I've made the arrangements for your visit to the temple, Pearl.
Oh, that's just great, George. Why don't you come too, honey?
I'd love to, but right now I have to save the world.
You know. Hashtag just George things.
Listen, sweetie. I'm looking for an official guide to take me to the old pyramid.
For a lovely lady, I would go to the ends of the earth. For you, I will go as far as the pyramid and back. But what about your husband?
What he doesn't know won't hurt him. Let's go, Beanpole.
Now that is one of the walks of all time there. Pearl stumbling around is...
As Pearl and Ronaldo set out for the ruined pyramid, I prepared to search the police station.
We're in.
The filing cabinet...
We are in. Let's go. Papers?
I had no need.
Okay, it's junk mail.
I decided...
TV on. Oh, can we game? Oh, can we game here?
Uh-oh. Not such a good idea.
Why? What was the problem? Okay, I guess we're not doing that.
The safe was undoubtedly locked. A safe was tucked under the desk.
Okay, can't interact with the safe at all. I guess we'll get to the chart. Obviously, the chart is the thing that we really need to look at here, but...
It looked like a geological survey map showing the land to the southeast of Cuaramonte City.
Okay.
About 60 miles inland and upstream was an area marked Teoculcan.
Is this fax coming in over here? Can we answer the fax? No? Okay. Very good. Okay. I guess we can go talk to this guy. Okay. I mean, certainly is a jail. There's no doubt about that.
I'm George Stobart. You're Miguel the musician, aren't you?
Ex-musician, senor. My career is finished.
Going to jail could be the boost your career needed.
Senor, I would rather die than live with this shame.
Go on.
Have you heard of a guy called Karzak?
Yes. The old man spoke of him.
The foreigner? Professor Ubier?
That's right. This man Karzak is Ubier's boss.
Okay.
Why is that noose hanging from the bars?
Ronaldo strung it up for me to hang myself. Don't cry for me, Senor Stobart. When I am dead, the goddess will take my soul to rest in paradise.
Wow. Okay, well, how about, don't die? How about that? Here's a dog biscuit.
He wouldn't be interested.
I was gonna say, maybe that'll turn his day around.
He wouldn't be interested.
Okay, nothing there. What would make sense? How about this?
He wouldn't be interested.
Okay.
He wouldn't be interested.
Scary. Tequila worm.
He wouldn't be.
Panties will cheer him up.
He wouldn't be interested.
No. Boubier's.
He wouldn't be.
No. Okay, well.
He wouldn't be interested.
Got a little rat running around in here. Is there anything else in here?
There was nothing.
Yeah, I can't talk to him about anything else. It doesn't seem like it wants me to use items on people. It's like something that's kind of like not a thing that oh, hang on,
I couldn't
reach the noose.
It was a length of rope, knotted in a hangman's noose. I couldn't reach.
Couldn't reach the noose. There's nothing else in here. We don't have anything that would be able to reach the noose in our inventory at the moment.
There was nothing I...
Well, we have the location of the dig site. I guess that is a start. There's nothing else in here, right? I didn't miss a thing somewhere. I guess we could talk to Dwayne.
I had nothing else to ask him.
But we talked to his guy there. Maybe the band can cheer him up?
I had nothing.
Is there like, they're buddies, right? Probably faster to go around the back here, I think, right? Let's see. Do-do-do-do. I wonder if we need to go back to the mine company again.
I had nothing else to talk about.
Okay. I guess we'll check that just to be sure.
I got a good look at that chart in the police station. It's a map of Quaramonte.
Does it tell us where Ubier is heading?
Yeah, a place called Teoculcan.
That's the site of the mine. I wonder why they're being so secretive about Ubier's plans. One thing's for sure. If the general's involved, they're up to no good. I'd like to talk to that musician Miguel. Take the detonator and get him out of that jail.
Okay, here we go. We're literally cooking with as much gas, probably more than gas here. One detonator, please. Okay, let's go. Good night, Stripes. Thanks for hanging out. Sleep well. I probably won't be too far behind you here. I think, especially if it looks like we're going to be heading to this next location soon, that sounds like a good spot to put a pin in it. But let's see what we can do here first. I actually didn't realize it's almost 2 a.m. over here, so it's probably time for me to... Actually, wait. We need to go talk to Dwayne with this. Alright, you get this, perhaps? Detonator for your troubles?
Here is the detonator, Dwayne.
Keep your voice down, George. You want everyone to know. You'd best go and warn Miguel that the U.S. cavalry's on the way.
Okay.
On the way. Okay, I guess we'll go do that. George Stobart, secret agent. Alright, so we've done a good job, I think. He better not have hung himself, I swear. That's gonna be a twist, isn't it? Oh, come on, Miguel. I've got dog biscuits. Okay, he's good. Got worried. I was like, that's a twist that you'd expect, right?
Miguel,
What is it? What is happening?
we're getting out of here.
Who's we? They've sent the Delta Force.
Nope.
The Impossible Missions Force.
Don't make me sick. Much better.
Who then?
A
Dwayne.
retired greetings card salesman from Ohio.
I'm doomed.
Uh-oh.
You're not the only one.
I should have known you'd be trouble the moment I saw you.
Look, I can explain everything.
Get in that cell, now.
And what if I refuse?
He'll shoot you.
Okay, here I am, going quietly into the cell.
Uh-oh. Dwayne could
Very
use your help
wise,
now.
Not Americano scum.
One of the reasons I hate guns so much is the way they make people so damned impolite.
I hope you're enjoying your vacation, Senor Stobart.
Go polish your weapon, Ronaldo.
Keeping the shades on in jail as well, power move.
This was part of your plan, right?
Well, in a manner of speaking, no. I was all out of ideas. It was up to Nico now.
So, here we are.
You've changed.
I thought I would slip into something more comfortable.
The stench of cheap cologne rolled over me like tear gas.
So, what do you want to know about me? Ask and I will answer. I will deny you nothing.
The lava lamp. What a situation here.
I am a very giving person.
How nice for your friends.
Yeah, big scoot there.
Your eyes are glittering like stars.
His damn cologne was making my eyes water.
Yes, we get to play as Nico. I love this. This is great.
I was running out of sofa.
As spirited as you are beautiful, I admire that.
As long as he admired it from afar.
Fair. Okay. Wow. Cool. All right. So, yeah, George is not coming to the rescue here. So this is up to Nico to do some cool stuff now. Got a whole bunch of things to look at. Swordfish, the portrait, obviously the general tiger skin. There's the lava lamp I referred to before. There's a little turntable down there. Can't click on it. Got more room. Okay. This is a good time for me to put a pin in the stream. Thank you all for watching. It's been a good one. It's been a good one. I'll be back on tomorrow to do the spin stream, and we'll get back to more Broken Sword 2 on Thursday after some more Monkey Island runs. Let's save. We'll call this, I don't know, we'll call it, jail. Because George is in jail.